tell me, why should guests be excited for the future here at Six Flags Great Adventure?
Our vision is for Great Adventure to be a great adventure once again.
Are coaster enthusiasts and thrill seekers ready for the Kingda Ka replacement? Will it be record-breaking? What is up, everybody? This is Katie here from Katie's Coasters at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey for the official media preview for the all-new Flash Vertical Velocity Super Boomerang roller coaster. You can see it here behind me. It is the first of its kind Super Boomerang in North America. There it goes. And it is the second Super Boomerang in the whole entire world. So it is a pretty awesome ride. We just took some of our first rides on it, and let me tell you, awesome ride for sure. But today in this video, I'm going to be joining alongside the PR manager here at Six Flags Great Adventure, Ryan Eldredge, to discuss some of what the future may hold here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Ever since the merger between Six Flags and Cedar Fair back in 2024 in July, there has been some pretty major changes here at Great Adventure that have been settled. Some of which include the removal of some ride attractions, including the former world's tallest roller coaster, Kingda Ka. While this may seem negative to most, I truly believe that things are on the rise for this massive theme park in New Jersey. So now, without a further ado, let's find Ryan and discuss the unknown future here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Let's dive right into this. Joined here at Six Flags Great Adventure for the Flash Vertical Velocity Media Day with Ryan Eldredge. He is the PR manager here at Six Flags Great Adventure. How are you, Ryan?
Doing great. It's good to see you again. Got to see you for a roller coaster opening last year, so it's just exciting to be here to open first for North America the Super Boomerang by Vekoma.
Absolutely. We're so excited. It's a great new ride. But today we're going to be chatting a little bit with Ryan Eldredge about the future moving forward for Six Flags Great Adventure. So let's begin and ask him some questions. So Ryan, what excitement and thrills can guests here visiting Great Adventure in 2025 look forward to, not only with Flash, but everything else here at the park?
Well, as you mentioned, we have the Flash Vertical Velocity, and we talked about it being the first Super Boomerang for North America, but it's got a 172-foot drop on that spike. You have a lot of hang time throughout the ride. You go 59 miles an hour. It's a dynamic ride. You have an audio package, a lighting package. It's special. It's unlike anything we've had here before. And then outside of that, when you talk about special, I mean, we have El Toro, we have Nitro, Jersey Devil. So if you're a coaster person, there's stuff for you. There's also a lot of great things for the family. I'm a big fan of the Safari. I love the Safari. We have 3 giraffe calves this year. Coral is the leader in the clubhouse. She's the fan favorite, and because of kind of the obstacles she had to overcome with not being able to stand when she first came out. So I just think it's a really special park. And then later in May, we'll have Hurricane Harbor, and the next month we open the Savannah Sunset Resort, which is beautiful. So there's just a lot to love, and I'm really excited for it. Coming here, this is a turning point for me to be able to open this ride, and so I'm really just pleased to be here. We have a great team. We're ready to move forward.
Absolutely, yeah. Very exciting things happening here at Great Adventure in 2025. Like you mentioned, the Savannah Sunset Resort is absolutely gorgeous, and the Safari here is huge. There is so much more than just the theme park, and it's definitely exciting for sure. So as you mentioned, El Toro, can you give us some of a status regarding its retrack? We heard in the off-season that it is getting retracked, so do you have any insights about that?
Well, we expect some pieces to arrive from Intamin here in April, and from there we'll begin that process. So the process is going to begin in the next off-season. This off-season, what we did was we do a lot of the rebuilding of the track ourselves as well, and so we just had about 20 pieces we did ourselves this year, but then Intamin is actually going to help us with that moving forward, and so we kind of have an aggressive 3-phase approach for the ride, and we think ultimately it's going to make it a better ride. That's the goal, is to get it back. I mean, it's still a quality ride. I don't want to make it sound like it's not, but get it back to the quality, you know, kind of like it when it first opened. So we're really excited about that, and we're excited to work with Intamin on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We love El Toro here at Great Adventure. Personally, it's my favorite wooden coaster, so it's great to see that Great Adventure is really taking great care of that ride, as it is one of the best, I believe, on the planet. So Ryan, while 2024 kind of brought some low points per se here at the park with the Cedar Fair and Six Flags merger, how can these steps that were implemented become stepping stones for the future progress of Six Flags Great Adventure?
I think you kind of mentioned it. I see the merger as the turning point, and so I think where we were at Great Adventure isn't going to be anywhere near indicative of where we want to go and what what we want to become. We have an aggressive plan as part of a $1 billion investment strategy with the company. We're a big piece of that. And so we'll have a dynamic, exciting, I can't talk about it yet, roller coaster, and hopefully we have an announcement later this summer coming very soon, and we're excited about that. And it's going to go in that plot for Kingda Ka, which was unfortunate. But you know, as we evaluate every ride and as we came in with the merger, we evaluated everything. You got to look at everything, every ride, every detail, every decision that we make. And so pivoting forward, you know, some rides have to go to make way for the exciting future of the park. There could be arguments about whether the right decision was made or the wrong decision was made. Certainly I love Kingda Ka, so for me it was like, oh no. But you know, we do the best that we can, and I think ultimately at the end of the day, it's about the vitality of the park and how we see this park, not just like short term, but like 30, 40 years from now. What do we want to be? And I think Warner Leroy's legacy and really his plan was to have a great adventure. We don't feel like we're there yet. And so our goal is to make it a great adventure, and working with Brian Bachicha and the team here, Brian's the park president, we think that this is the first big step to getting closer. I think 26, 27, and 28 will be even bigger strides.
Yeah, for sure. We're really excited for the future here at Great Adventure. I believe there's high potential for this massive theme park in Jackson, New Jersey. It is one of the company's headliner parks, and like I said, high potential here. And these are just stepping stones set in place to only grow the potential of Great Adventure, and we're looking forward to seeing what's to come in the future. One of the main things that a lot of people's been wondering ever since the merger is, what is the food gonna look like here at the Six Flags parks, specifically Great Adventure? Are we gonna see any enhancements from like the legacy Cedar Fair parks? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, a lot of enhancements, and one thing that we're going to do is, I know crew serve, you know, a lot of people know what that means. I guess you could say cafeteria style, but it's like upscale cafeteria style food. So it's something that we do. I have the Dorney Park experience, and I've had the blessed fortune of working with Knott's and some other teams throughout the Cedar Fair chain. Crew serve, something we've done really well. It allows folks to get their food fast, and it also allows us to do a quality product that they can choose from. When you were doing ordering and all those other models, it just doesn't move as quickly, and the guests want to get their food and they want to get on with the rides, right? Or get on with the entertainment. So moving to crew serve, I think, will really help. Outside of that, we've brought in an executive chef, Jeremy Hacker, and I think when you do culinary, if you don't have leadership in terms of like, how are we plating? What does the food taste like? What are our seasonings? How does it ultimately look at the end of the day? I think those things can often get overlooked because you're just trying to produce in a mass quantity rather than quality. And I think having Jeremy here, he has such great experience. It's going to be great for the culinary team as a whole and the food and beverage team. And so I'm excited to see what he does. He's got a lot of great plans for Savannah Sunset Resort, as well as Granny's and Yum Yum, which got an overhaul this year. So we're excited to see what he can do. And I think the future's bright there too, because if you do food well and you keep people's bellies full and you keep them happy, then they're a lot more likely to enjoy their time here.
Yeah, that is very true. So excited for new menu, food options, and restaurant options here at Great Adventure to see what enhancements come in that industry. And Ryan, can you tell me, why should guests be excited for the future here at Six Flags Great Adventure?
Well, I mean, first of all, it is a great park, and there is a lot to love here. And I've gone through some of those, the Great Rides Nitro and El Toro, and the Flash Vertical Velocity, and then you got the Safari and the water. There's a lot to do here, but I think they should really be excited because, like I said, our vision is for Great Adventure to be a great adventure once again. Yeah, this is just the start, but we've got a long way to go. We know that. I think folks will look back on this last year period and go like, that was the start. That's where it started and it got better. We're determined to do that, and I think ultimately, the guests are going to love it at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting. While it may seem like a tough point that we're in right now, like we said, this is a stepping stone to move forward, and we are going to look back and say this was the first step needed to be done to advance here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Great Adventure is always going to be Great Adventure, and we just got to support the park as much as possible to move forward to see these enhancements. And lastly, Ryan, in 2026, are coaster enthusiasts and thrill seekers ready for the Kingda Ka replacement?
I don't know if they're ready for a replacement, but you know, rest in peace to the king. But I think we have some dynamic plans for that area, and I think at the end of the day, when folks look back on it, I think they will cherish and remember the ride and the area, but we have something really cool in store. You know, I think rides are all subjective. I knew people who didn't like Iron Menace, and I couldn't have disagreed more, but you know, so they're not going to make everybody happy, but our hope is that, like Iron Menace, what we're doing in that area drives the direction and informs the direction of the park into the future. And so you want it to be a linchpin. It's about more than just a piece of steel. The ride experience is important, don't get me wrong, but what you do with that ride and what it can mean to the park can be so much more than just, you know, a couple inversions or the speed of the ride or the size of the ride. So I think for us at the end of the day, the goal is more dynamic theming and just a better experience overall.
That's very great. One last thing, will it be record breaking?
You have to wait and see. I'm sure we'll break a record or two.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Ryan, for chatting with us today. We can't wait for the future here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Stay tuned. Be sure to visit this park and ride also the all-new for 2025 Flash Vertical Velocity Super Boomerang Coaster. Thank you again so much for chatting. We had a great time. That's going to do it for this mini interview. Comment below in the comments what you would like to see here happen at Great Adventure for the future moving forward. But with that being said, Katie here at Six Flags Great Adventure in front of Flash Vertical Velocity. I will see you all in the next one. But I think we need to ride Flash, you know?
Yeah,
it's a great ride, so let's do it. Peace out, everybody.